Okay, so second video of outdoors here. This one's interesting. I really wanted to talk about this because right now, currently, it's what I'm experiencing, okay? And it's a level of mirroring that I have not encountered to this extreme at this point. So I've made certain decisions and I am currently sharing energy with a specific individual. So this person's awesome, very well rounded, has also been through a lot of shit themselves, is artistic like myself as well, and doesn't put up with a lot of bullshit, has seen their share of trauma or anything like that, and has began to go on their own journeys, which is nice. And so I have been working on myself when it comes to interacting with this individual because it's not so much a trigger because there's nothing upsetting me, but it's fascinating, absolutely fucking fascinating to watch the way I used to be in certain circumstances coming from this person. So this person is a direct reflection now and showing me certain things I used to do, like maybe in the past, not hurtful or anything, not extremely karmic, just like quirky or weird shit I used to do when I was in my karmic state. And a lot of it does come from like the ego, and a lot of it does come from being, putting yourself on a pedestal, which I think is important to a certain extent. And I get to watch this individual interact with me, and there's certain things that this person will do, which is awesome. And I'll be like, oh my God, I used to fucking do that all the time. Or I used to have that mentality or frame of mind when it comes to certain subject matter or anything like that. And oh, I used to really act like that when a certain situation came up, or excuse me, my nose is running. Or I'd have that sort of reaction to that sort of person talking to me a certain way and stuff like that. And so this person to the extreme is mirroring me from certain levels in my life in the past. And I get to watch this whole thing, and it's amazing. And I truly do have love for myself. So the amount of love and compassion I have towards this other human being is very specific, and it does reflect 100% of how I feel about myself. I will tell you that much. If you are not happy with yourself and you are fighting every person around you, and you seem to be blaming a lot of other people. Now they are responsible for, don't get me wrong, they're responsible for their own shit, and they have to do their own accountability and introspection, but that's all on them, and the shit that they do, say, or whatever is their karma. However, the way you react to how people are around you is going to be a direct reflection of how much you've healed. And when you witness that from other people, seeing yourself in other people, if you are reacting in a negative sense, then that shows you how much you need to work on your own things, which is really interesting. It's kind of, you can turn it into a game, you don't have to, but if you want to make it more fun for yourself, understand that these are all lessons for you that other people are showing you. They're put in front of you for a reason, to show you certain things and highlight certain aspects of yourself. So if you're like, oh, that woman fucking irritates me, or that guy's fucking annoying, or this and that, and you're just being completely dismissive of the whole lesson itself, you're missing out on how much you could be learning about you through these other people. And I think it's really fucking important that everybody take a minute and just do some reflection like that and be like, why am I so annoyed? Or why does that bother me so? Or why does that specific gesture bug me? Like, truly, why is it bothering me? And just go within and ask yourself those questions, because you start to learn a lot more about yourself, and then you start to realize how much you truly were projecting onto other people when it comes to being judgmental without understanding of others around you, especially if they were triggering you or anything like that. So, yeah, you can make it fun. I personally, right now, I'm experiencing an extreme amount of mirroring right now, and it's fascinating. It's interesting. Some of which is off-putting because you're like, oh my, like I didn't realize I my ego acted that sort of way, or I didn't realize I talked this sort of way when I was like in my past, in my karmic state, before I had some understanding. I didn't realize that I reacted like this, or, and it's really interesting. And sometimes it's not upsetting, but well, I guess it depends on the person, but it's just like holy shit. Like I'm looking at myself basically, or the way I used to be before I started to do some changing on myself, which is really cool. And I have complete respect for this other person. I truly do care about them, and I admire them for their own gifts, talents, and abilities, and how much they bring to the table, and how much they do for themselves, and the work they're doing on themselves, their own journey. And I truly do love myself enough that I can love another person around me. So next time you're triggered, next time somebody's really getting under your skin, just try to go within and try to ask yourself why. You'd be surprised, but you can't bullshit yourself. You have to be honest when it comes to the answer, okay? And good luck.